Good morning students, class 7th students. Today we will take the poem Chivi. The poet of this poem is Michael Rosen. Ask yourself as well as your partner, do you like to be always told what to do or not to do? Discuss this. Do you like that? That always do you like to be always told what to do or what not to do? Yes, have you discussed? No one likes it. Do grown-ups do this in your experience? Now, one example is given. When Michael was 5 years old, his mother took him to a nearby school for admission. The teacher asked, "What does your mother call you at home?" "Child." "Michael, don't come," the confident replied. I think you are able to understand this incident. One day, Michael's mother took him to a school for admission. Now the teacher asked him his name. Can you imagine what he answered? He said, "Michael, don't." He added don't with his name. Chivi. Now the title of the poem is Chivi. What is the meaning of Chivi? To chivi is to nag, to continuously urge someone to do something, often in an annoying way. Annoying, angry. According to the dictionary, this is the dictionary meaning: to continuously urge someone to do something, often in an annoying way. Now, I am telling you the summary of the poem. Chivi. Chiving is endless supplies of do's and don'ts. You should do this, you shouldn't do this. Grown-up people usually do this to children. This results in funny situation. The poem gives a list of commonly given instructions by grown-ups. They forbid the children to speak up or to talk with their mouth full. They ask them not to stare or pick their nose. They also tell them to make less noise, to shut the door, to walk properly, to use hanky, to pull up socks, and to stand straight. One can find a number of examples of such commands. Children are supposed to follow them without thinking. This puts them in a funny situation, as at the end the grown-ups actually ask the children to think for themselves and be independent in taking decisions. Now see poem. Grown-ups say things like, speak up, don't talk with your mouth full, don't stare, don't point, don't pick your nose. Don't pick your nose. Speak up means to tell. Point means to indicate. Stare means gaze with angry looks. Grown-ups say, elder people generally said like this: speak up. Don't talk with your mouth full. When your mouth is full, don't at that time talk. Don't stare. Don't stare. Don't point. You should not point to anything, and don't pick your nose. These are the instructions which are asked to their children by grown-ups. Sit up. Say please. Less noise. Shut the door behind you. Don't drag your feet. Haven't you got a hanky? Take your hands out of your pockets. Now, drag means pull on with difficulty. Hanky is the short form of handkerchief. They also said to their child, sit up, to sit up. When you speak, to say please, do not make noise. Shut the door behind you. Don't drag your feet. When you walk, don't drag your feet. Haven't you got a hanky? Do you have a hanky? Use it. Take your hands out of the pockets. Take your hands out of your pocket. Pull your socks up. Stand up straight. Say thank you. Don't interrupt. No one thinks you are funny. Take your elbows off the table. Pull up your socks up. Sometimes they also said pull up your socks. Stand straight. When someone gives you something, you should say thank you. Don't interrupt to hinder. Don't interrupt, don't interfere in anything. No one thinks you are funny. Take your elbows off the table. And now, no one thinks you are funny. Funny? Make funny in a funny manner. Take your elbows off the table. Don't sit with your elbows on the table. Sit straight on the table. Can you make your own mind up about something? Can you do something with yourself? This poem is of Michael Rosen. I am telling you some difficult words. Speak up, to tell, point, to indicate, stare, gaze with angry looks, drag, pull on with difficulty, hanky, handkerchief, straight, not bent, elbows, points between the forearm and the upper arm, interrupt, to hinder, make your mind, to take a decision. I think the poet of this poem is Michael Rosen. I think you are able to understand this poem. Thank you.